coming. Is a lifelong dream being fulfilled here, getting to play Superman in this way?
Absolutely. I think it's any person, I'm not even going to say guy's lifelong fantasy to get to play the role. I mean, someone who's been so iconic to me since I was 4 years old. And so it's a lot of pressure and to play a character like that. You know, you got big shoes to fill, but I try to take into consideration all the great actors who voiced this and played it in incarnations past, and then try to bring my own thing to it that concerned this particular version of the character and what he's going through at this particular time. But it is a very unique challenge to have only your voice to use to portray the character. You know, you don't have a cape and tights, and you don't get to fly on wires. It's just your voice. So the learning curve was pretty steep in terms of that, but thankfully I had Andrea, who's just a legend in the industry and who basically was my childhood, at the helm to guide me, and we had a great time doing it together.
Well, kind of tying into that, actually, you did the narration all on your own for James Patterson's Toys.
Correct.
And I hear you did that in a day.
I think it was 2.
2 days.
2 or maybe 3.
Okay.
Yeah, but it's it's like 12-hour sessions.
It is. So
pretty intensive work.
Absolutely. So if you're doing something like that, where it's just you playing all the characters in your head as you do it, versus this, where it's you get Andrea with you, you get to interact sometimes with the others. Kind of comparatively, would you say you would ever do the audiobook again, or do you prefer doing this with the
I've been asked, and schedule-wise I haven't been able to do it, but I would absolutely do another audiobook, especially if it was a work I loved, no question. I had a blast doing that as well. This was a very different beast, just because you voice it, and it's animated, and it comes back, and you fine-tune it. But the most fun I had was actually doing all the action sequences. I got way too into it. I was knocking shit over in the booth. I was hitting the mic.
You were acting it out physically?
I did actually physically act it out, because I took this very seriously. It's a character that a lot of people are familiar with and want to see done right. And so no one had ever told me that you don't have to actually really punch a brainiac. So I was taking swings, and then I'd look in the sound booth, they'd be laughing at me, and I'd be like, look, do you want the real thing, or do you want the fake thing?
Like a 1920s radio play, you're there with the...
Yeah, exactly. I was like, I was my own Foley artist.
Yeah.
I was like, I'm flying right now, right? Cool, we're good. We're good.
That would be awesome.
Yeah, probably not, but sorry.
So what do you feel is your contribution to the 70 years of people portraying Superman?
My contribution is that I got to voice him in Superman Unbound.
I mean, do you bring a take to it that I sort of like adds?
Well, I think you have to deal with the script at hand, because obviously you have all those other voices and interpretations in the back of your head. Me, in particular, it's the Christopher Reeve version, because that's just the first thing I was exposed to as a kid, but besides the comic. But, in this particular version, it was a very mature Superman that we see. He's very paternal towards Supergirl. Very paternal towards Supergirl. He's very protective of Lois in this particular version, because he's worried that their relationship is going to endanger her. And then he's also dealing with Brainiac, who, as you know, is a very weighty foe. He don't play around.
No.
He's the ultimate megalomaniac. So it was a very mature version of him. So I try to keep some of the earlier stuff with Lois, and even some of the later stuff with her, kind of light and playful and charming and romantic, and just deal with the script I was given.
Are Superman and Lois together in this version, or are they apart? Are they growing together?
They're together, and he's very concerned that any knowledge of that outside of the Daily Planet is going to endanger her. And now I've talked so much that my voice is going hoarse already.
You have a panel coming up.
That's right.
You have a mic there. Yeah.
That's right.
Talk about every kid's dream, every boy's dream to play Superman. How much of the character's history had you followed before? Have you seen any other movies or read any of the comics?
I mean, I've done a ton of research on a lot of different storylines, just, inherently from being a kid to doing research when I was up in film or things like that. So I was a huge fan of the character, but at the same time, you have to deal with the script you're given, and what I try to keep all the aspects of him that are consistent throughout whatever story you're telling with him, and at the same time deal with the specifics of this script.
Would you do a sequel if they get to that?
Hell yes.
Good answer.
Absolutely. It was a blast. I had such a great time. I really did.
I mean, something to show the kids. Look, Daddy is...
Yeah, this particular one, I don't know if I'd show them until they're about 13.
Well,
Yeah.
yeah,
Did you ever get a chance to talk with Jeff Johns?
No, I did not. Sad to say. Why?
I mean, he sort of shepherded that arc.
Yeah. No, I mean, I knew some of his work with Brainiac.
Yeah.
But again, I was trying to just keep it specific to who we meet in this particular script. Because all those mythologies are great to know and keep in the back of your head, but you can't play them all at the same time. All you can play is what's on the page there.
I mean, thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you guys so much.
Congratulations. Thank you.
Thank you.
Well,
Thanks so much. I hope you guys all enjoy it.
Oh, absolutely. We're all looking forward to it. Thank
Nice to meet you all. Have a great time.
Thank you so much. Thanks.